Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wellston High School and Wellston High School Lady Golden Rocket basketball here on BMG Media. I'm Bub Norris, bringing you the girls' action tonight. My brother Bill will be along with us here just shortly as we're getting ready to have the opening tip here tonight between the Wellston Lady Rockets and the Eastern Megs Eagles here this evening. And the officials make their way out on the court. Kind of an early start here for everybody. We're looking for some exciting basketball action. Lady Rockets having a pretty decent season so far. They have some veteran players back. Speaking of Maddie Potts and Kimmy Aubrey and Simpson. And we'll try to get you some more names and numbers here in just a moment. But looking for some good things here tonight. Some great basketball action to you. Action coming to you live here from Wellston High School. Coach Jim Daracourt. Immediately following this basketball game tonight will be the boys varsity game taking on the Eastern Megs Eagles. So a pretty good crowd here on hand yet here this evening. And looking for that crowd to get even bigger. The boys team came off of a huge victory the other night right here on their home court against the Vinton County Vikings, a major upset, and put the Rockets at 500, 6-6 on the year. Tonight the Lady Rockets coming here looking to get to keep on track against the Golden Eagles, Lady Golden Eagles, and we're about a minute and a half away from opening tip here this evening in the girls' game. Again, you're listening to Wellston Golden Rocket basketball here on BMG Media. And again, I'm Bub Norris bringing you your action here tonight.
I tell you what, I'll jump in here. Sorry, I'm good now.
Yeah,
so I'll join you for a little bit.
You got us all dialed in, ready to go. So the brains of the operation is going to be joining me here until additional help gets here this evening. So we're ready to just
it's hard
about
to find
ready.
Good help these days.
It is. The pay is great, I'll tell you. So if you have your friends, be sure and share this with a lot of folks. Get the word out. Help us get the word out here this evening. A lot of folks down in the Eastern Megs, Reedsville area. Be sure and let those folks all know that they can tune right into here on BMG Media tonight and listen to even the Golden Eagles. And we try to be as balanced, as fair as possible. Even though we're diehard Golden Rocket fans, we try to balance the announcing out as good as we can.
Absolutely.
So. Again, about 30 seconds away from opening tip here. We're going to be doing the girls' varsity game here first tonight. And then the boys' varsity game immediately following this contest. And the players make their way out on the court. We're going to do the national anthem here in just a moment. So we're going to take a break away from here for just a moment. And as we do the national anthem, once the national anthem is complete, then we'll come right back here with Wellston Golden Rocket Lady basketball. So stay right tuned here with us. We're going to do the national anthem at this time. All right, welcome back, fans, here to Wellston High School. Tonight, the Wellston Lady Rockets are hosting the Lady Eastern Eagles from Reedsville, Ohio. I'm Bub Norris, bringing you your action tonight, and help is on the way, coming around the corner over there. My brother Bill's going to be joining me here in just a second.
There's welcome help.
Yeah. So we're looking to get action underway here real quick, getting ready to introduce the starting lineups to us right now. Bill, we're going to dock your pay for being late tonight. So.
Well, what's 0 times 0?
I'll have to take full credit for this one, folks. I told him the wrong time. I didn't think we were starting at 6 o'clock, and here we are. We're ready to get action underway here this evening. So, yes. So we're going to, again, get ready to announce the starting lineups here this evening. Again, you're listening to Wellston Lady Rocket Basketball here on BMG Media. Be sure and share this with all the folks down in the Reedsville area. If you have any friends down there, if you could share that with them, let them know that we are live streaming tonight on Facebook. That's pretty obvious. Again, we want to thank Michael Gray, the brains of the operation here, for live streaming here tonight. And Jace Phillips running one of the cameras for us down on the far end. So looking for exciting basketball action here this evening. Again, the girls' varsity is the first game here tonight, and then the boys' varsity will be followed up right after this. So you have 2 Wellston Golden Rocket basketball games here this evening on BMG Media. And now the starting lineup for the Golden Rockets, the Lady Rockets. Get my phone to cooperate. There we go. Allison Kilgore will be at the other spot for the Lady Rockets tonight. Kimmy Audrey will be coming in at that 4 spot, what we call the 4 spot, the forward spot for the Lady Rockets tonight. And then Madison Potts, number 23, junior. So we have sophomore, junior for the Lady Rockets here this evening. And for the Eastern Eagles, we have their starters looks like Julie Quest. She's a senior. Hope Reed, she's a junior. Sydney Reynolds, a senior. Erica Durst, a senior. And Abby Guthrie, a junior. So interesting matchup here tonight for the Lady Rockets. Official holds a spot, puts the ball in the air, tap controlled by the Lady Rockets. And we're underway here at Coach Jim Darrow Court, Wellston High School. Kimmy Aubrey dishes it off to the right-hand side. Ball is tipped out of bounds. Going to stay Rocket ball, Lady Rocket ball. Maddie Potts takes it out, gets it out to Kimmy Aubrey on the top. She's directing players across the floor. Number 31 with it there. 3-point goal by the Lady Rockets.
That's a way to start a game, folks.
That's a great way to start the game. Lady Rockets on top 3-0 right off the bat. Number 4 with the ball on the far side. Pass down to the low post. Steal by the Lady Rockets. Maddie Boggs with the steal. Back out top to Kimmy Aubrey. 7 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Lady Rockets on top with a score of 3-0. Boggs with the ball in the right corner. Stepped out of bounds. Going to turn it back over to the Eastern Megs, Lady Eagles. 6:53 to go as we just got action underway here at Wellston High School, Coach Jim Darrow Court. Number 2 out top. That would be Julie Durst. Excuse me. Steal by the Lady Rockets, and they're going to turn it over right out of bounds, I believe, yes. Going to be a turnover by the Lady Rockets. We're going to try to do some things here real quick, folks. I'm working on my phone as we try to broadcast, try to make it a little easier to announce. So hang in here with us just a moment. Lady Eagles shot no good. Try to make my job just a little bit easier here this evening. There we go. I think we might be able to make a little bit of headway here. Foul on the play by the Lady Rockets. Number 11 on the foul. And that's going to be on Maddie Boggs.
Bub, have you commentated much about Friday night's game with Benton County?
Not much, just made a quick reference. The boys' team was able to get a huge win, upset win the other night against the Vikings right here on their own court. Number 12 with the first shot. That is good.
Not only, folks, are we on Facebook Live, but we do post video clips of the games, and you may want to look through Facebook on BMG Media to pick up some of those highlights if you don't want to watch the whole game.
Erica Durst converting on the 2-point free throw attempts.
Eastern in a full court press.
Maddie Potts kicks it over to Kimmy Aubrey. Eastern Meg's Lady Eagles were in a full court press, and Lady Rockets had some difficulty breaking that, so coach takes a timeout with 5:51 to go here in the first quarter. Lady Rockets on top here early. 3-2 your score here at Coach Jim Darrow Court. Coach Chris Elsesser, the girls basketball coach here at Wellston High School. Again, immediately following this game tonight, we'll go straight into the boys' game against Eastern Megs here as well. So 2 games on tap for us here this evening at Wellston High School, Coach Jim Darrow Court. We break the huddle. Lady Rockets are going to take it out of bounds. Maddie Potts and Kimmy Aubrey.
Eastern Eagles have backed up into their half-court defense.
Looks like Maddie Boggs on the court for the Rockets. Sammy Cottrell out there for the Lady Rockets. Ball over out top to Kimmy Aubrey. Drives to the corner. Pass inside to Cottrell. Mishandled. Steal by Eastern Eagles. Steal back by Kimmy Aubrey. What a great athlete she has been and is for the Lady Rockets. Out top to Potts. Potts down in the corner to Simpson. Back out top to Aubrey for the 3. Nails it.
Lady Rockets' first 2 scores, 3 points.
Coach Elsesser pretty animated over there on the sidelines. It's good to see that. I love to see a coach get into it. 3 by the Eagles. Shot, no good. Rebound, Kimmy Aubrey for the Rockets. As she has a little trouble handling the rock, but gets it back over to Maddie Potts. Potts back to Aubrey. And here come the Lady Rockets again. 4:50 to go in the first quarter. Pass down to Cottrell under the basket. Shot, score! 8-2 your score. Lady Rockets on top of the Eagles. Number 14 with a 3, no good. Rebound Eagles. Back up again for the second shot. Rolls around those forgiving rims here at Wellston High School for 2. 8-4 your score.
We saw a little bit of that Friday night with
sure
Irvin. Ball bounced around several times and decided to go in.
Potts with the ball out top. Passes inside to Cottrell. Squares up to the basket again. She's a tall drink of water. She's hard to guard under the basket.
She knows where that ball needs to go on the backboard to put it in.
Lady Rockets 10-4 your score. 4 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Out top to number 2.
Rockets seem to be in a little bit of a rhythm on offense of making 1 or 2 passes and then going in for a shot.
Nice play by the Eagles on the score. Number 24 on the score, that's Abby Guthrie for the Lady Eagles. 3:43 to go here in the first quarter. 10-6 your score. Simmons pass to Boggs. Boggs out top to Potts. Potts to Aubrey. Aubrey to the baseline. Shot, score! Kimmy Aubrey with the hot hand for the Lady Rockets.
With the 15-footer.
Rockets up by 6. 12-6 your score. Lady Rockets on top. Back out top to Erica Durst for the Eagles. Out top to number 2. That's Julie Durst. Hope Reed with the ball. Back out top to Durst. Durst gets the signal from her coach. Lady Rockets back in a 2-3 zone defense. Durst with the ball for the Eagles. Looks for the three-point shot from the corner. Had a good look. Rebound Eagles. 2-point goal attempt. No good. Rebound Eagles. Back out top to Durst once again. Shot. Third time is not a charm. Rebound Aubrey for the Rockets.
Aubrey gets around the court.
Very good athlete. Very good athlete is Kimmy Aubrey for the Rockets. Pass underneath to Simpson. Simpson back to Potts. Potts' shot's blocked. Rebound by number 4, and that would be Hope Reed for the Eagles. 2:25 to go here in the first quarter. Number 14 with the drive to the paint. That's Sydney Reynolds, going to be fouled out top. I believe they're going to call that on the floor, I believe.
Now, part of the folks, part of the issues with being a good basketball player is knowing where that ball's going to be, and you end up going there. So if it's a rebound, you need to know where the ball is headed, and where the pass play is going, you need to go where there's nobody at.
2:23 to go here in the first quarter. Number 14 from the corner of the Eagles drains a 3. That's Sydney Reynolds for the Eastern Eagles, brings them within 3. 12-9 your score. Lady Rockets still on top. Aubrey with the ball out top for the Rockets. Passes over to Maddie Potts. Maddie Boggs on the left wing. Eastern Eagles, Lady Eagles in a man-to-man defense. Potts with the ball, drives to the paint, reverse spin, does a fadeaway shot, no good. Ball goes out of bounds to the Eastern Eagles. 1:50 to go here in the first quarter. Eastern Eagles has a lot of history with both programs, actually, with especially their girls program. Just not too long ago, they had several teams that went very, very deep into tournaments as back when I was still officiating. And they still are a very good-looking ball club here, loaded with juniors and seniors. Potts with the ball out top for the Rockets. Stopped at the foul line. Shot, no good. Rebound by number 12, and that's Erica Durst for the Eagles. She drives the length of the court. Back out to 14. She has a good look. 3, no good. Kimmy Aubrey comes away with the rebound for the Rockets. Out of it to Maddie Potts with 1:13 to go in the first quarter. Potts out top with the rock for the Rockets. Crossover dribble to the paint. Going to be a steal by the Eastern Eagles, number 12, and that's Durst. Steal back by Kimmy Aubrey for the Rockets. Swatted out of bounds. Just a little different style of basketball than what boys' games are, right?
A little bit. But they seem to be in a flow with Wellston, Aubrey leading the way in all categories, shooting and rebounding. Now, Bub, remind me, I know of the Megs Marauders, but this is not that team.
This is Reedsville Eastern, which is just right on up the highway from Meigs High School on Route 7. Eastern Eagles, again, very, very back in the day, several good basketball teams, boys teams they had, girls teams they've had. So basketball is in their blood.
Basketball is a big deal.
Is a big deal in Reedsville. Number 4 with the ball, that's Sydney Reynolds. Back out top, she dribbles, kicks it over to number 12. That's Durst. Durst over to number 14, three-point goal. Boy, she had it dialed in, just a little off.
Yeah, just did hit the rim and out.
30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Lady Rockets on top by 3. Aubrey with the ball. Rockets going to maybe set it up for one shot. Let's see what they choose to do here. Aubrey going to get, thought it was going to get a high screen, but no. Potts with the ball on the right wing. Back out top to Aubrey. Aubrey back out to Potts. Potts driving to the paint, forces the shot. The paint, no good, hits the rim. Number 11 gets the rebound for the Lady Rockets. Going to stay Lady Rocket ball with 7 seconds to go.
With the out of bounds play underneath. Calling a play.
Boggs taking the ball out for the Rockets, trying to get it in, passes it in. And Rockets going to get away with one right there.
I looked at you to say we looked at each other at the same time. It's like, yeah, I don't know. That looked like
I think
Eastern.
that could be going the other direction.
But the official had Eastern had their back to the official, so he couldn't quite get the look that we did up here in where we're announcing.
Again, when we're standing up here on the balcony in the mezzanine here in the gymnasium, it's a lot easier to see these plays when you're up high than what you are on floor level. 2 seconds to go. Lady Rockets on top by 3. Number 2, Durst. No good. So at the end of 1, it's your Wellston Lady Rockets 12 and the Eastern Eagles, Lady Eagles 9. Pretty good basketball game so far here in the first quarter. Lady Rockets came out hot. Kimmy Aubrey hit a couple threes and a 2-point goal, and here we are. The Rockets will be back home here, I believe, next Tuesday evening, right back here in Coach Jim Darrow Court in Wellston High School.
Now, if most of you folks don't know, Bub has refereed how many, 25 years or so?
30 years.
30, well, excuse me. Yeah, 30 years, folks. And so when he tells you what's going on the floor, many times it can be from an official's standpoint of what he has seen or what they are seeing, and maybe bring a little bit more interest or put a little more gumbo on the pepper or pepper on the gumbo.
Kind of got a little bit of ribbon the other night from an official. So again, as you mentioned, we try to be as neutral as we possibly can, and as an official, we have a lot better view up here on the top, and some things we can see a lot better than what even the officials see on the floor. But we have a pretty good crew on this game right here tonight for a girls' game. I've worked with all 3 of these young men, these gentlemen, and they've all had a long tournament run, have gone deep in the tournaments themselves. So pretty good officiating crew here tonight at Wellston High School for the girls' game. So we're ready to get action back underway here. 8 minutes on the clock, and we're ready to roll. Eastern Lady Eagles have the ball out of bounds. Durst with the ball. Kicks it over to the right wing to number 12, and that's Durst as well. To number 4. Shot up under the paint, no good. Rebound Eagles, blocked.
Well, we know what Eastern worked on there at the timeout. Looks like they came out and set up, and they actually ran a play all the way through to get an open shot.
Pass inside the paint to number 12. That's Durst. Back out top to number 2, Julie Durst. Nice give and go. Good look. Good look on that play. Turnover. Lady Rockets have the ball. Kimmy Aubrey with the ball with 7:25 to go here in the half. Lady Rockets on top. 12-9 your score.
Looks like we're in a 1-2-2. No, man-to-man.
Eagles in a man-to-man or what we call matchup man anyway. Wide open under the basket. Got to finish, and we do. 14-9.
Good look from the outside all the way down into the paint.
Lady Eagles with the ball. Lady Rockets setting back in the 2-3 man-to-man, the 2-3 zone defense, rather. Nice ball movement by the Lady Eagles. Looking at under the basket. Nice penetration.
Good give and
Shot
go.
goes up, no good. Rebound, Lady Rockets.
Now the Eastern has had 2 really good plays there where they have passed the ball inside. Perhaps maybe go to a bounce pass, a little bit easier to handle.
Aubrey for 3. No good off the right side. Ball's going to be out of bounds and go to the Eastern Lady Eagles with 6:29 to go here in the first half at Wellston High School. Coach Jim Darrow Court. Bill Norris, I'm Bub Norris, bringing you Golden Rocket basketball here this evening. Let's remind you, the boys' game will be immediately following this girls' game here tonight. Durst with the ball out top, over to number 4, and that's Reed. Back out to Durst. Over to, they must be sisters possibly, or cousins. Durst over to number 4. Shot goes up, rattles around, rolls around, and goes in. 14-11 your score.
Wellston taking directions from the sideline as they go up the court.
Aubrey loses it out top, bumped on the play. Sydney Reynolds with the steal, and Aubrey comes up with 2 fouls here in the first half. Let's see if Coach Elsesser leaves her in. Certainly don't want her to pick up her 3rd foul just yet. She will stay in. Coach Elsesser talking to her right now to play smart. Don't pick up your 3rd foul. Rockets dropping back in that 2-3 zone defense.
A lot of times it's hard not to pick up that 3rd foul when you're playing inside like she is on the wing.
Durst to Durst for
paint.
the 3. No, nothing doing. Durst with the rebound, left-handed shot, score. Make it a 1-point game. 14-13 your score.
Full court press.
They get it up the court. Good. Aubrey stop. Popped it out. Potts with a 3-point shot, no good. And Potts not able to find a rhythm so far here in the first half. $5:14 to go in the half. Lady Rockets on top by 1, but Eastern Lady Eagles with the ball. Pass inside. They've moved the ball extremely well, and they just took the lead.
They've made some corrections there at the end of the first quarter. Wellston's only picked up 2 points since the beginning of this second quarter.
Yeah, the press is starting to show its effect on the Rockets right now. Number 14 for the 3. Good look, and she nails it. Timeout, coach, and he takes one.
Yeah.
Good timeout taken by the Golden Rockets on that play. Lady Rockets, just like that, Bill, with the full court press that the Lady Eagles have been able to put on, has turned this game around pretty quick.
Yeah, put 6 points on the board here immediately, successively, and no answer from the Rockets. Or any time delays. They get the ball, they make it, they steal the ball, they make it, and immediately they're up 4 points.
Very well coached. You can tell a team how they're coached by the way they play that full court zone defense, that 1-2-2
And in the
defense.
first quarter, Eastern wasn't quite in a rhythm. Seems like they got the rhythm now, and they're running plays, and they're cutting through the lane, and they're getting the drop passes in for near layups or at least small bank shots.
So let's see what Coach Elsesser has in his bag of tricks. Was up, had a nice lead, but then the Lady Eagles put in the press, full court press, and kind of shell-shocked the Lady Rockets just a little bit. And now the Rockets find themselves trailing 18-14 here halfway through the second quarter. 4:46 to go here in the second quarter. Again, you're listening to Lady Rocket Basketball here on BMG Media. Bill Norris, I'm Bub Norris, bringing your action tonight with our production manager, Mr. Michael Gray, running our board, and Mr. Jace Phillips on the camera. Down on the other end, we have the easy part. We get to just stand up here and talk.
We get to carry on a little bit, especially like we're always going to reference back to that 3 overtime win with the Rockets. We got to carry on a little bit that night.
Aubrey with the ball in front of the table. Gets it back out to Potts. Near steal by the Lady Eagles.
Eastern drives the lane and's fouled. Looks like he was on, no, they're going to give her 2 points.
.429 to go here in the first half. Lady Rockets trail. Lady Eastern Eagles at the line. Number 14's first shot is good. Good-looking free throw shooter. Sydney Reynolds is who we're speaking of for the Eastern Eagles. Nice form at the foul line. Good-looking team, really. They came out a little slow, Eastern Eagles did, but then when they came out, man, they're clicking on all cylinders right now. 20-14 your score. 4:29 to go here in the first half. They're back into that 3-2 or 3-1-1.
Now, folks, if you're watching from home, you'll notice there's a big open spot right there in the middle of the floor, and Wellston takes advantage of it.
Yeah, Aubrey to the paint. Shot. Score.
Bank shot, and it's in.
The banks are open tonight. 16-20. The Rockets trail by 4. Again, Lady Eagles are in a rhythm right now. You can tell they're playing with different type of confidence. We have a jump ball on the court, going to be Lady Rockets basketball. 3:59 to go here in the half. Lady Rockets are trailing by 4. Came out really, really hot And then the Lady Eagles just really got in their groove and really took over. I don't know what their record is, but I would think in the conference it'd have to be pretty good. This is a pretty good-looking basketball team. 3:45 to go in the half. Boggs with the ball out top for the Lady Rockets. Aubrey on the left wing, Potts on the right wing. Boggs looking inside to Cottrell. Back out top to Potts. Potts with the ball out top. Going to go out off the hands, and yep, right off the hands, right out of bounds. Lady Eagles going to take over with the ball here.
Nice move, but comes up short from Eastern. Wellston's got the ball. Aubrey bringing it up over to Potts.
Potts back out to Aubrey. Inside to number 11. Going to have a foul right at the foul line. Looks like we have still not too close to the bonus with 2:44 to go here in the half.
Bubba, I always did like that high post position that teams can get in. It's almost like central command. If you can get the ball there, you have so many more options to deal with.
Oh, got to have a foul. Good call by the official on that play. Number 2 went up for the shot. Julie Durst. She's going to go to the line to shoot 2.
And as we saw previously when Wellston was doing their end of the court, the ball came in to the high post, and both guards collapsed on him. When that happens, your wings are wide open for a shot.
First shot is up. It is nothing but the bottom of the net. Number 2, and we're speaking of Julie Durst on the shot. Second shot on the way, and it also is nothing but net. Again, tremendous form at the free throw line for the Lady Eagles. They're going to stay in the full court track. Boggs with the ball, kicks it ahead to Aubrey, and it's going to scoot right out of bounds. So the Rockets still not
kind of out of their rhythm now.
Yeah, still haven't adjusted to that pressure and that full court press defense.
So we can say that maybe momentum has changed just a little bit from Wellston to Eastern.
Number 12 up. Durst
That's what I'm talking about, that high post. It'll be there all night.
Great
as soon
ball
as the
movement.
guards, as soon as the guys underneath collapse up on the high post, that leaves that whole lane open.
There's going to be another turnover by the Lady Rockets. Again, you just see the difference in the confidence level from the time the game started with Eastern to now.
Right.
Totally different ball club. They were a little bit rattled by the Rockets coming out on such a hot start. Now the Eastern Eagles have just reeling 24-16 your score. Potts with the ball on the side. Inbounds to Aubrey. Minute 42 to go in the half. Lady Rockets trail 24-16. Potts with the ball on the right wing. Down to Maddie Boggs. Goes out of bounds. Rockets will retain possession. Again, tradition-rich Eastern Eagles program down there, and it's showing again here tonight. Cottrell turnaround spin to the basket. Shot rolls around, no good. Cottrell's going to go to the line to shoot 2 for the Lady Rockets. Coach Alcesser trying to get things back on track here at Wellston High School with the girls program. Has made it a respectable program again this year. Minute 30 to go here in the half. Cottrell's first shot, nails it. Good looking form for the center for the Lady Rockets. Second free throw in the air, no good. Rebound number 14 for the Lady Eagles. Reed with the ball out top. Durst with the floater with the runner in the paint. 26-17 your score. Minute to go here in the first half. Lady Rockets trailing. Aubrey with the ball on the right wing. Left wing, rather. Kicks it over to Potts. Potts under the basket. The number 11 for the score. No. Denied. Did not go. She'll go to the line to shoot, too.
Good pass from out there on the wing down into the paint and just turn around, done a little bank shot and just come up a little short, but did get the foul. And the Rockets come up short on the foul shots.
46 seconds to go. Durst with the ball out top for the Eagles. Correction. Now Durst with the ball. Kicks it over to another Durst. Back to Durst out top. Reed with the ball on the wing.
I think we'd be in trouble if they had one other cousin or sister out on the floor.
Number 14 for the shot in the paint. No good. Rebound Eagles. 23 seconds to go.
Pass inside in the paint.
Nice left-handed move by the Eastern Eagles post player. Steal Eagles. Number 14 with the look. Score.
Squared up to the basket.
Yeah, really
control.
A fundamentally sound basketball team the Lady Eagles are here this evening. So that's going to do it. First half rather. It's the Eastern Eagles 28 and your Lady Rockets 18. We're coming to you live again from Wellston High School Coach Jim Darrow Court. Bill Norris, I'm Bub Norris, bringing you Golden Rocket basketball here this evening via BMG Media. We're going to take a break here for just a moment, and we'll pick it back up here at about the 3-minute mark for the second half. We'll be back in just a bit. So we understand we didn't have any sound, but I think we do now. So we're good to go. Thank you for the update and modern technology able to tag me through. Miss Ellie Hudson helping us out along the way. Lady Rockets with the ball out top. Pass to Aubrey for the three from the corner. No good. Rebound, Eagles. Ahead to Reynolds. Really nice looking player. Kicks it back out to number 4. 3-point shot, no good. Aubrey using her athletic ability to pull that rebound down away. Ball goes to Cottrell. Cottrell with Boggs with the ball.
Wellston needs to do a little bit more penetration. That high post is wide open.
Pass inside to Cottrell. Squares up nicely. In and out. 3:50 to go here in the third quarter. Durst with the ball. Passes to Reynolds. What a block. Aubrey thought she had a block there. Official's going to call a foul on the play. That's going to be Aubrey's third foul. That could be crucial the rest of the way for the Rockets. .349 to go here in the third. Lady Rockets trail by 8, 32-24 your score. Started out extremely hot, then has cooled off, mostly due in part by the defense of the Lady Eagles. They are, once they got in the groove, they're showing their athleticism, and the Lady Rockets are really going to have their A game the rest of the way to stick around in this thing. Reynolds completes the shot, 33-24 your score. Staying in that press.
Yeah, back in the press.
And again, that press just really rattled the Lady Rockets again, as it shows. You can show when a team works on a press like this, it shows on the court how much time they spend in practice working on a press. The Lady Rockets, just not able so far tonight to handle that full court press by the Lady Eagles.
One of the keys to beating the press is simply do not get excited.
Durst with the ball to Durst on the left wing.
10 seconds is plenty of time to get the ball across half court.
Reed with the ball on the right wing. Skip pass to Durst. She looks at a three, going to take a couple dribbles to the paint. No good. Rebound, Rockets. Aubrey with the ball. Kicks it over to Boggs. Boggs over to Potts. Another shot in the air. Drains that one.
A three-pointer.
Three-point goal by Reynolds. Again, very nice-looking player. Well, all the players for Eastern Megs really, really looking good. Lady Rockets have improved. We've seen much improvement from them already this year as well. Potts for a three. No good. Rebound, Durst for the Eagles. They push it ahead up the court quick. Reed with the ball under the basket, back out top to Reynolds. She looks at a three, shot in the air, no good. Rebound is loose. Reed comes away with it. Back to Durst out top. Skips it to Reynolds under the basket. Great body movement and score by the Lady Eagles. They go up by 12 with 2 minutes to go here in the third.
One of the things I've noticed about Eastern, when they're on offense especially, is when they're moving the ball, everybody's head is up, and they're looking for that inside open man.
They drop back into zone 2-3 zone defense right now. Potts with the ball on the left wing, out top to Aubrey. Aubrey stop and pop at the foul line. Nope, back out to Potts. Potts underneath to Simpson. Ball goes out of bounds. Rebound saved. Aubrey puts it back in. Score, Lady Rockets. Back to a 10-point game. Minute 30 to go in the third quarter. Reynolds with the ball on the right wing. Back out top to Durst. Over to Durst on the left wing. Reed with the ball in the corner. Back out to Durst. Over to Reynolds. looking for Guthrie in the paint, not able to find him. Great defense by the Rockets in the paint, still in that 2-3 zone defense. Good ball movement by the Lady Eagles. Back out top to Durst. Reynolds looks at a three, passes inside to Guthrie. Guthrie to Durst. What great ball movement again by the Lady
Two passes,
Eagles.
right, and got the shot right underneath in the block in the paint.
Yeah, 40-28 your score now, 12-point game. Again, what do you say? I mean, the Lady Eagles just with outstanding ball movement inside the basket. Aubrey looks at a three, shot in the air, no good. Rebound, Eastern Megs. Kicks it ahead to Durst. Durst is going to take it to the paint, going to get a foul called on her. For her, rather. 27 seconds remaining in the third. Lady Rockets trail by 12, 40-28 your score. Number 2, Durst to the foul line to shoot. 2 free throws. Again, nothing but net. I don't even know if it touched the net.
She put a high enough arch on that
Wow.
that almost came straight down through the rim, through the net.
Eastern Megs girls really coached very well. Again, fundamentally very, very, very sound. Second shot again. I mean, that thing just didn't even hardly make the net move. 25 seconds. Kimmy Aubrey with the ball for the Lady Rockets. Over to Potts on the left wing, right wing rather. Back out top to Aubrey, 16 seconds. Lady Eagles going to set back in that 2-3 zone defense. Lady Rockets going to go for one shot. Aubrey back out top to Boggs. Boggs back to Aubrey. Potts going to shoot it, going to block it. That's going to do it for 3. So at the end of the third, it's the Lady Eagles, Eastern Eagles, 42. Lady Golden Rockets, 28. We get ready to start fourth quarter action here tonight. Again, immediately following the game here this evening, the boys team will be hosting the Eastern Megs boys team. So good night of high school basketball. Girls now and boys immediately to follow. Good to see a nice crowd on hand here for the Rockets this evening. I hope everybody's enjoying this springtime weather outside today. 65 degrees. And
you
now
know,
I'm not Jim Ganal or Tony Cavalier, but
typically the third week in January, according to Jim Ganal, is usually the coldest week of the winter.
I'll take it.
And if that's what we're getting, 65.
I'd love to see what February. Maybe it's going to be sunny and 95. That sounds like a radio station out of Columbus, sunny and 95. Fourth quarter action getting ready to get underway here. Lady Rockets trail now by 14. 42-28 your score. Again, tonight, Bill started out like a house of fire, and then the Lady Eagles got it together and turned things around.
The Rockets are really going to have to put some pressure on and try to make some things happen rather than just do the regular, well, we're going to take what they give us. They're going to have to push it a little bit more and apply a little bit more pressure. And soon, because that 8 minutes goes down real quick.
Yeah, Rockets trying to isolate Kimmy Aubrey and get her the ball under the basket, or actually on the baseline, rather. Back out top to Boggs. Again, Eastern Megs is going to be content and setting back in that zone defense. Number 44 with a shot for the Rockets, no good. Rebound, Eastern Megs. That's good player control. Great call by the official. Reynolds with the team control, player control call. Charging call more notable. 7:24 to go in this one. Lady Rockets trail by 14. Aubrey with the ball out top. Again, much improved team from the beginning of the year that we were able to see. The Rockets have improved throughout the course of the year under new head coach Chris Elsesser. Seeing a lot of improvement here. Inside to number 11, we'll try to get her name. And I apologize, folks, we don't have a program here. Again, what great ball movement.
All right, we got a fast break.
Great ball movement.
Pass and the layup, left-handed.
Yeah, read on the score for the Lady Eagles.
That was smooth. That's how a fast
Yeah.
break is supposed to run.
Great ball movement, heads up, going down the court, seeing the open player, going down the court. I mean, that was just textbook, folks. We hate to keep giving Eastern Megs all the praise, but they just look so.
But they
so
are
good.
they're a little bit more polished, and they are. I think they probably have played basketball as a unit probably longer than Wellston. You can tell if you know where that person's going to be. You've played with them a while and know their movement and know where they're going to be.
When they know when they get a
it.
steal like that, Bill, it's just so brings back so many memories. You know where, like you've mentioned, you know where they're at on the court. You get a fast break. You know my guys are busting it down the floor to score, and it's pretty obvious. Lady Rockets will get there. Again, they've made a ton of improvements since the beginning of the year when we saw them. But right now, it's just the experience factor of the Eastern Eagles, Lady Eagles tonight. 44-28 your score so far, 6:41 to go here in this contest. Lady Rockets will take the ball out at half court. Potts will take it out. Lady Eagles going to stay back in that 2-3 zone defense, which has given the Rockets some fits so far here tonight. Good ball movement. Boggs looks at a three. Aubrey's going to shoot the three. No good. Rebound should be Lady Rocket ball, and it is. Good call by the official on the baseline. Injured player for the Lady Rockets.
Yeah, she got hit in the mouth or hit in the nose. It looked like she was swiping her nose with her hand or something and getting checked out by the paramedic or another Wellston.
The team trainer.
Yeah.
Ball inbounds. Back to Potts in the corner. Shoots a three. No good. Should be a jump ball. Good call by the official again. Lady Rockets tie it up. Again, much improvement by the Lady Rockets, and they'll get there. They'll get to the level of the Eastern Megs girls, folks. As you can see, the Eastern Megs girls apparently have played together for quite some time, coached very well. And the Rockets, quite honestly, hanging right in there with them so far, even though the score is 44-28. Eastern Megs is just execute very well. Reynolds with a shot under the basket. No good. Rebound. Cottrell
Good passes,
for the Lady
though.
Rockets.
Good passes, just a missed shot.
Potts with the ball out top for the Rockets.
One of the things Eastern is doing, Bub, is wherever the ball goes, someone is cutting through, and if they can drop it off to them, and then they don't have the shot, someone else is cutting through at another spot, so that they can get that open person or try to hit that open person.
Inside to Cottrell, her shot up. She's going to get fouled. She's going to go to the line to shoot two with 5:54 here to go in this one. 44-28 your score. $16-point ball game right now. Lady Rockets trail. The Bo Michael Gray setting in with Pappy tonight, drinking his Gatorade and watching movies on his phone. Well, the Lady Rockets play basketball here tonight.
And we get one foul shot.
Cottrell's second shot. Rolls around and it goes in. Cottrell with 7 on the night for the Lady Rockets. Aubrey with 11 for the Lady Rockets on the night. Nice bounce pass inside. Reynolds back over to
Passing
Reed.
the ball around.
Yeah, great ball movement once
right
again.
in for a layup.
We're going to have to check the stats of the Lady Eagles after the game to see what their record is. They have played just outstanding ball movement tonight. Boggs with the shot for the Rockets. Shot from the wing, and it goes down. 2-point goal.
I'd also want to see the shot placement for the Eagles. I would say most of those are right in that 8, 9 foot, 10 foot range.
Coach Elsesser doing some hard coaching over there on the sideline for the Lady Rockets. That's good to see. Like to see a coach get in it and coach the kids up real well, even during the course of the game. 5 minutes to go in the contest. Back to a 14-point game. Oh, that could be, nope. She was able to retain the ball. Reed with the ball, going to have a foul on the play. .445 to go. Durst with the ball on the wing. Passes it over to Reed. Reed looking inside, I like how the Eagles will start that post player down low, then bringing them up to the foul line to create some space. Durst with a shot, and it is good. Nice little player is number 2, Durst, for the Lady Eagles. 48-32 your score. Rockets trail. Potts with the drive to the lane, shot no good. Rebound number 50. 4:12 to go. Durst with the ball out top. Kicks it to Reed on the left wing. Looking inside, going to put it back out to Reynolds. Guarded by Boggs for the Rockets. Bounce pass inside, going to call traveling on the play. Again, the boys team will play here right after this game as the Golden Rockets boys varsity team will take on Eastern Megs varsity team. We have a timeout on the court. Back in the day, our producer, Mr. Gray, won't remember this, but back in the day when we were boys on the radio, there used to be a commercial, Tender Fluff Donuts.
Fresh every day.
You can smell them cooking from a mile away.
They are not a sponsor.
They are not a sponsor.
Not a sponsor.
I don't even know if they're in existence anymore. But, yeah, we remember that. Tender Fluff Donuts. It was in Jackson, Ohio. We're going to go back. We're going to date ourselves here just a little bit if we're not careful. Some of our listeners tonight will be able to remember that. So interesting. 3:50. We better change the subject. 3:58 to go here in the ball game. Lady Rockets trail 48-32. Aubrey with the ball out top for the Rockets. Passes it over to Boggs on the left wing. Back out top to Aubrey. Potts with it on the right wing. Aubrey with the three.
Nailed it.
48-35. Lady Rockets hanging around, putting together a little bit of a token man-to-man full court press.
Yeah. Just token meaning you stick with your man the whole court. I think I would have liked to seen Wellston go into that at maybe like 6 minutes rather than at the 3.5 minute.
Reynolds under the, Aubrey with her 4th foul now. You got to leave her in the game now. They may be bringing her out. Yeah, I think even with 4 fouls, I would probably leave her in the game. But let's see what Coach Elsesser has up his sleeve. First shot on the way for Reynolds, no good. Aubrey going to stay in the game, which I would agree absolutely, even though she has 4 fouls, got to have her on the court. She has 14 points on the night. Reynolds with 21 on the night for Eastern Megs. Potts with the ball out top for the Lady Rockets. Aubrey with it back over to Potts. Back over to Aubrey. Looks at a 3. Passes back out to Potts, looking inside the paint. Again, folks, let me make again another reference. Much improvement by the Lady Rockets from what we've seen beginning in the year. Improved. This group of girls have played, and much improvement. Durst with the steal for the Lady Eagles. Bounces it off for players back. That's kind of unusual. We have a held ball situation. Going to be Lady Rocket basketball with 2:39 to go. Trailing 48-35. Lady Rockets have hung around all night long And second and third quarters, Lady Eagles just turned it up a notch, and that's the difference in the ball game right now. The Bo Michael Gray's eating everybody's popcorn tonight. Aubrey for three, no good. 2:19 to go in the contest. Rockets trail with 13. Again, stick around with us here. We have boys varsity game coming your way here in just a bit. Tip-off time, we're estimating probably 7:35-ish, somewhere in there. So all the Eastern Megs fans, if you have other fans down that way, be sure and tell them to tune in to BMG Media. Reynolds to the drive to the rack and score.
They beat that full court press or manned press, and from the half court line, she dribbled on down for the layup.
Rockets are getting some open looks, just not able to convert. Aubrey looks at another three. Shot. No good. Rebound Rockets. Back up. No good. Aubrey with another loose ball. Back out to was Lambert, I believe. Pot shot. Score. Minute 40 to go.
Looks like this four-court press has Eastern shook up just a little bit where they've made a couple turnovers here.
The Lady Eagles don't have a whole lot of girls. They only have two subs on the bench, three subs rather. So they're subbing as they can. And the Lady Rockets have done some mass substitution of their own to get some girls in the game. You always like to see that.
And they can all dribble.
Over and back should be the call, and it is. Oh. I'm going, is because you're up by 13. A minute 29 to go. Quit burning the timeout. Let's just get this thing over with.
I think he's working on that full court press on what to do for that because they didn't handle that very well.
Great job tonight by both coaching staffs. Actually, again, making reference to the Lady Rockets, much improved from the beginning of the year. Coach Elsesser doing some hard coaching there on the sidelines tonight, and again, Eastern Megs speaks for itself with a score. Very well coached. These girls play very, very well together, and it shows. An outstanding job by the Eastern Lady Eagles tonight. Minute 29 to go in this one. And again, immediately after this, the boys will be playing. Ball inbounds to Reynolds. Going to give it back to Durst. Durst is going to drive to the paint. She's fouled and going to put it on the line to shoot.
That was a nice out-of-bounds play.
Again, great ball movement by the Lady Eagles. Good job by the officiating crew here on hand tonight. We kind of use it as a rule of thumb. If the officiating crew would go in on the night getting 92 to 93% of your calls right on the night, you've had a pretty good night. I think that crew has done that on this game here this evening. They've gotten, we've seen maybe a couple from our angle but so they're still having a great night.
Yeah, and that's only, like you had said, because of the angle that we have, kind of the crow's nest up here. We can see a lot of things that maybe on the floor you would not.
Reynolds with the ball out top with a minute 14 to go. Durst. Back out to Durst. To Reynolds. And they're going to just play keep away, which is a little bit. They're just doing a little weave at the foul line. Again, very well coached to run that. She's going to reverse spin.
For the layup and miss. Rebound and the make.
That's neat to watch a team.
That's exactly how those
execute.
Kind of plays are executed. Exactly right.
52-37 your score, 40 seconds to go in the contest. Aubrey looks at a three. Coach Elsesser going to burn a timeout real quick to get some players in the game only. Good move. He wants to get all the Rocket Lady players in the game as he can. Great move by Coach Elsesser. 52-37 your score with 38 seconds left to go in this one. Lady Eagles going to be playing, looks like a zone defense. Eagles come away with it with 23 seconds to go. Durst driving to the paint, shoots a layup, a little too hard. Rebound, Lady Rockets. Comes away with it as Boggs skips it ahead to the Lady Rockets. Number 14 shoots a layup, no good. Held ball situation, going to go back to Eastern Megs.
So number 4 is a Durst also for
Yes.
So there's 3 Durst on the team.
2 Dursts on the team.
Okay.
Number 4 is Reed. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Eight seconds to go. And that will do it for the girls' contest tonight. So the Lady Rockets go down in defeat to the Lady Eastern Eagles here this evening by the score of 52-37. We want to encourage you to stick around. We're going to take a break here in the action and come back at about the 5-minute mark between games here this evening. And we want to encourage you to watch the Wellston Golden Rockets boys team as they host the Eastern Eagles here this evening. So we'll be back here in just a little minute, in a little bit at the 5-minute mark. Be sure and join, have your friends join us and spread the word to watch Golden Rocket basketball here on BMG Media. We'll be back in just a bit.
Bub.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Wellston Golden Rocket basketball once again right here on BMG Media. Bill Norris and I'm Bub Norris bringing you your action tonight from Wellston High School coach Jim Darrow-Court as the Golden Rockets get ready to host the Eastern Eagles. I spoke to Coach Kite before the ball game tonight. Comes in here with a record of 2-10. But starting, I believe, Bill, they're going to start 3 freshmen tonight and 2 sophomores. And he said, we've taken our lumps, but here in a couple of years, we hope that these kids, they've already bought into the program. They'll be ready here by next year or year after to really step it up for the Eastern Eagles. Tonight, the Rockets coming in here with a huge upset victory over the Vinton County Vikings their last Friday night and looking to build on that here this evening.
Right. With a record of 6-6, you have nowhere to go but up, and especially with a great win over Vinton County. Boy, I tell you what, it was a great game, folks. A little bit of disturbance in the crowd, but for the most part, folks stayed around even after the game. I think Vinton County was surprised. The fans of Vinton County is like, oh, this was a good game. We enjoyed watching it. Even though they lost, it was a great game.
But then the Vikings turned right around the very next night and won against a very good Greenfield-McLean basketball team. So they didn't let that loss against the Rockets slow them down as they turned right around and won the very following night, Saturday night, to the Greenfield-McLean Tigers. Tonight, the Rockets again look to go put another W in the win column. Look for Kyan Irvin again to come off with a big night tonight. It's going to be interesting to see, Bill, how well Coach Kite has the Eastern Eagles coached up to coach a player like Kyan Irvin and Gunnar Harmon for the Golden Rockets.
Right. You might get there are different strategies that coaches try to defeat another team. One may be to shut their leading scorer down. Another may be let him get all the points he wants. We'll shut everybody else down. So there's different ways to look at it, and it's going to be interesting to see how Eastern, with their record doesn't indicate that they're a very good team. And then maybe we talked earlier, maybe that's why they've got the freshmen and sophomores out there so that they can get all the experience they can get. So their juniors and senior year, they'll come on strong.
Talk a little bit about Coach Kite. Originally graduated from Jackson High School, coached at Eastern Meigs, coached at Western Latham, now at Eastern Meigs. Currently, old school style coach. I spoke a little bit to him previously before the game here tonight, and he said, "You know what? We're going to take our lumps. We have the kids have bought into the program. They're going to play hard." He said, "We're going to play hard. We're going to play hard from the start of the tip to the very end, and let the chips fall where they may." He knows he has a monumental task of stopping the senior guard forward for the Golden Rockets, Kyan Irvin, and to see what plays out here. I'm not sure if they're going to have the national anthem since they already done that here this evening. I don't think they are. It looks like they're going to get right into the starting lineups here tonight.
Staff at the Ohio High School Athletic Association welcomes you to this OHSA selection contest. As host of tonight's game, the athletic department of Wellston High School welcomes tonight's basketball game between Eastern High School and Wellston High School. And thank you for your support of the high school student athletes. The officials signed this game to meet the requirements set by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and been approved by both schools to provide their important role in tonight's game. The officials for this game are Jed White, Andrew Love, and Seth Michael. The athletes, coaches, and officials.
Again, the same officiating crew that officiated the girls' game is officiating the boys' game tonight, so I'm going to tease them after the game, double dip in the program here as we get ready to get action underway here at Wellston High School. Again, a very young basketball team for the Eastern Eagles. Only 2 seniors, 1, 2, 3, 4 juniors, 5 sophomores, and 3 freshmen. He'll be starting a lot of freshmen here this evening. So let's see who his starting lineup is for the Eastern Eagles. Number 12, that would be
Jace Bullington.
Senior. Bullington, yep.
Number 3, Connor Nolan. 5'9" freshman, number 14, Ethan Edwards.
Connor Nolan, a sophomore.
A 6-foot freshman, number 11, Colton Moore.
14.
Ethan Edwards.
A
And number 11 is Colton Lloyd, another freshman. Starting 2 freshmen tonight is the Eastern Eagles. Now for the Golden Rockets.
And now your starting lineup for your Golden Rockets. Starting at guard, a 6-foot senior, number 25, Gunnar Harmon.
Gunnar Harmon going to be one of your starters for the Golden Rockets. He's going to be your quarterback on the basketball floor tonight. The senior 35, Gunnar Harmon. Now Brennan Taborn, the other senior, he's going to play the forward spot for the Rockets. Will Briggs, number 42, will play the other forward spot for the Rockets. Then Josh Jackson, the senior, number 10. He'll be at your other guard spot. And then your senior, number 3, Kyron Irvin for the Golden Rockets, who has a full ride scholarship to the University of Rio Grande. And we're getting ready to get action underway here from Coach Jim Dericourt, Wellston High School. Again, a veteran officiating crew here on hand, same crew here that done the girls' game. This game is going to be a little different pace than the last. Taborn in to jump for the Golden Rockets. Ball tipped out of bounds, and looks like the Eagles are going to take the possession. Jace Bullington is the senior. Out front with the ball is number 14. That's a freshman, Ethan Edwards. Over to number 11. Another freshman, Colton Floyd. Back to Bullington. Back out to number 11 again, that's Lloyd. Again, not playing like freshmen. Bullington shot up, no good. Rebound Irvin. Let's see if he goes coast to coast. See if they stop him early. Good crossover dribble. He's going to stop and pop and gets fouled at the foul line. And that might be part of the game plan tonight, Bill,
well,
for the Eagles.
I was going to say, I hope that's not part of the game plan. To rough him up a little bit, maybe try to get him out of it. But I've seen game plans like that.
Kind of get him off balance here this evening. Irvin to the line to shoot 2. First shot is up. No good. Rockets have got to get better at the free throw line. The other night against Vinton County here missed, I didn't get the count, but I'm thinking they were around 50% from the free throw line. Irvin's second shot, also no good. Gets his own rebound. Spin move to the basket, shot up, no good. Gets his own rebound again, but he steps out of bounds. And
now, one of the things, Bub, I've noticed about this court, it seems like folks are stepping out of bounds. Now, you go back years ago when Wellston had played up on the stage, I don't think we had much of that, and it was a much smaller court.
Lloyd with the ball. Back out to Bullington. Nope, that's 34. Shot, no good. And that was Cooper Barnett. He's a sophomore. So 2 freshmen.
Meg's in a man-to-man. Nobody in the lane. We need someone in the lane.
Yes, you're right, Bill. Eastern Megs is content playing man-to-man right now. And Coach Kite's challenging his players to step it up and play hard man-to-man defense tonight. So far, doing an outstanding job pushing the Rockets away from the basket. Briggs to the basket, score. Will Briggs for the first 2 points for the Rockets.
Briggs probably got 50, 60 pounds on that boy, and just a little bump sent him out of bounds.
3-point goal by the Marauders, no good. Rebound, Kyan Irvin. With 3 rebounds already on the night here early. The Eagles are content and really trying to force someone else to score other than Irvin. Good defense with a sophomore on Irvin. Back out to Briggs. Number 34 for the Eagles.
Now, Bub, we can talk offense all night long, but I tell you what, if you get 5 guys out there that can play some defense, you're going to make some things happen. And Eastern is all over Wellston on this man-on-man. They are on them tight.
High screen out top. Edwards with the ball. Passes it to number 11, another freshman, Colton Lloyd on the score. So 2 freshmen and a sophomore on the floor for the Eagles. All tied up here at 5:25 to go in the first quarter.
Not afraid to take it to the hole.
Harmon with the ball on the right wing for the Rockets. Down inside to Briggs. Briggs loses the ball into the basket. Steal by the Eagles. Number 3 comes away with it, and that's Connor Nolan, the sophomore. So 2 sophomores, 2 freshmen, and a senior. 3-point goal, shot good.
I tell you what, those freshmen aren't afraid to throw it up.
Lloyd. The Eagles go up 5-2, your score. And very, very tight defense by the Eagles. Briggs looks at a 3. No good. Going to be knocked out of bounds and going to be Eagles ball. 5-2 your score, 4:43 to go here in the first quarter.
Wellston a little bit seems a little bit unsettled on offense, and
Great
they can't
point.
get into a flow.
Great point. Yep.
Yeah.
Briggs is going to be tagged with a foul.
They'll call that one every time too.
Edwards is freshman driving to the paint. They'll take it out of bounds on the baseline.
Now I'm
4:36.
wondering if at some point Eastern doesn't, because of their seemingly good defense so far, if they don't try to go into a full court press or maybe a run and gun situation.
Again, they are coached old school, and right now it is showing they're doing all the basics that these young kids need to do under Coach Kite. Number 14, the freshman, shot no good, rebound Harmon. This team's going to be a hard team to handle within another year or so when these kids get older. Irvin for 3, no good. Rockets, we're not seeing, Bill, that same intensity level that we saw the other night against the Vikings.
Sometimes when you have an intense game like that, and we got some movement over there on the Eastern's bench, a couple subs coming in, sometimes when you have an intense game like that, it's almost anticlimactic the next game you go out.
Now, wait a minute. You can't be using those big words on the air here.
Well, 4 years of education, what are you going to do?
Harmon with the ball with the Rockets. Out top. Eagles staying in man-to-man, and that is very gutsy out of Coach Kite, playing man-to-man defense against the Rockets. Irvin drives to the paint. He's going to have an open look, and he does. He scores. Irvin's first 2 on the night.
With 3 minutes.
3:24.
Yeah. Under 4 minutes, and he's just got his first 2.
Edwards passes to the baseline. Briggs with the steal. Eagles ball loose on the floor. Eagles get it back. Edwards to the rack again. Shot and going to be fouled. Again, these young men not letting their age be intimidated by the Rockets here.
I'm curious to see what happens when they bring these 2 guys in off the bench. If it's more of a running game now, or just to give someone a rest.
Wow. These kids very, very impressive for freshmen and sophomores on the court for the Eastern Eagles right now. And the Rockets, Bill, we want to see more intensity.
Right. I want to see the Rockets, when they get on offense, I want to see them push the ball inside and not stay out around the perimeter.
I want to see the same intensity we had the other night. Second shot up. And the Rockets trail now 7-4. 3:03 to go here in the first quarter. Rockets trail 7-4 against the Eastern Eagles. Irvin with 2 points on the night so far. Passes inside to Briggs. Very tough defense as the Eagles. A sophomore guarding Kyan Irvin. Harmon with the ball.
Harmon going through the lane, up through the middle. Out
No
and in,
good.
gets his own rebound.
The shots that were falling the other night against the Vikings aren't falling so far tonight for the Rockets. We hope that changes quickly.
And we talked about that the other night. There are some nights when everything is going right. Everybody's on. Everybody's clicking. And not so tonight, at least yet.
From knowing Coach Kite, I'm telling you, he has challenged his young sophomore, number 34, Cooper Barnett, to step his defensive game up tonight so far and has done that against Kyan Irvin. Shot no good. Rebound, Will Briggs for the Rockets. Ahead to Gunnar Harmon on the left side. Kicks it ahead to Jackson on the left wing. Back out to Irvin on top. Again guarded by Barnett. Over to Josh Jackson in the corner. Drives the paint. Pass to Tabor. And he's going to pop it from the corner. No good. Rebound. Going to be tapped out of bounds.
Briggs going after a rebound there and gets a little bump. And I like that. He's getting a little aggressive in there.
Rockets take a timeout to talk about things here, Bill. 2 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
Now, if you're Wellston's coach, what are you telling the boys right now?
My main beef that I would have with my team right now is lack of intensity. We're not playing with the same intensity. You have to have that same intensity night after night after night in the game of basketball.
I'd like to see him push it a little bit. There, like you said, there's no intensity, there's no urgency to make some scores to push that ball inside the paint, and they're getting stuck outside around the perimeter, and then trying to make whoever, our guards, trying to make a move inside.
Again, old school Coach Kite coaching his kids up very well. Again, let's make note, 2 freshmen, 2 sophomores, and a senior starting for Eastern Megs. And Barnett has stepped up the challenge tonight against Irvin. And so far, Irvin is stuck with 2 points so far on the night. 3-point goal again by the freshman, Colton Lloyd, won his second 3 of the night.
And that was a setup play just for him.
He has 11 points so far. Will Briggs with 2.
Good play by Wellston. They get the ball on the wing, get it inside for Briggs to go for 2.
Another 3. No good. Rebound. Harmon. Oh, it's got to be
a little bit out of control. Wellston drives the lane. At all times, you should try to keep your body under control when you're driving, even for layups.
All inbounds. Connor Nolan with the ball. Kicks it over to number 1 on the wing. To Rockhold. Back out top to number 10. That is Hill. He's a junior. Back out top to Bullington, the senior.
Nice
Great
pass.
Backdoor cut. 3-point goal by number 1. No good. Rebound Harmon for the Rockets. 52 seconds to go. Harmon, little shake and bake out top. Takes it to, thought he had a man in the lane, thought Briggs was there, and he wasn't. Again, what I'm seeing is lack of intensity from the Rockets so far.
Right.
If I'm Coach Foudy, the next time out, old school guys would just yank every starter, set them on the bench, and take everybody else and put them in.
Old school guy, you might hear him from down on the court up here in the stands getting a little more vocal just to get their attention.
Briggs with 8, 6 on the night. Number 13 looking to pull the trigger and couldn't do it. Bullington with the ball out top. He's going to pull it from 3. Rebound Jackson, and that's going to do it for the end of 1. So at the end of 1, it's the Golden Rockets trailing by the score of 10-8.
Now, Bub, the only on the Wellston a highlight may be this Briggs kid. He's moving to get open. Jackson, I know, hit him for a layup. He made a couple moves on his own. And I've seen him go a little bit aggressive with some of these boys, bumping them around and putting one out of bounds on the ground.
You know, players sometimes have tendencies to look past your opponent. With the Eagles with a record of 2-8, you know, that lower division of the Tri-Valley Conference, Federal Hockey, is amazing. I think they've maybe lost 2 games on the season. Belpre is an outstanding basketball team. Waterford, again, very solid this year. So that lower level division in the Hocking division or higher division, whichever one they are anyway. Very solid basketball division. And
well, it's a lot easier pulling 5 guys out of the community to play basketball than it is 22 guys to play football. And so where a team may be lacking from the just sheer number of people in a community, hey, basketball is 5-on-5, and you put your 5 out there, and we're going to put our 5 out there.
So here we go. Rockets inbounds the ball. We're getting second quarter action underway here this evening. Irvin being guarded by Barnett, the sophomore. Irvin spin move to the basket. Harmon with the ball on the right wing. Again, Barnett, a sophomore, guarding Kyan Irvin tonight.
If you notice from home, there was a huge hole right there in the lane. Wellston is staying outside of the perimeter here.
We have a huge size mismatch under the basket, and
we need to
just
use
noticed that. Huge size mismatch.
Once again, we're calling Briggs' name. He's going to the foul line. Now, as we spoke about against Benton County, we were calling everybody's name out. And right now we've got one man that's hot and producing, and we need about 3 or 4 more to jump in on the bandwagon here.
Briggs to the line to shoot 2. His first one's on the way. No good. I guess I missed the first
That was the second one.
Sorry.
He made the first one.
10-9 your score.
Now what I'd like to see now on defense is for Wellston that intensity to pick up.
Bullington with the ball. Passes it off to number 11, Lloyd, the freshman. Back over to another freshman, Edwards. Edwards brings the ball out top. Over to number 3, the sophomore, Nolan.
Now Eastern is working Wellston right now. They're running plays. They're moving. Right there at the foul line.
And Bullington with a nice score for the Eagles. 12-9 your score. Briggs with the ball on the low block. Harmon with the ball. Over to Justin Jackson. Briggs looks at a 3. Rockets not doing, the defense is in man-to-man defense, and the Rockets right now doing a lot of standing. Briggs to the basket, shot goes up, and score. So far, Will Briggs is packing the load for the Rockets tonight.
And we appreciate that. We'd like everybody else to join in.
What a move.
That was a nice spin move.
Wow. Freshman, Ethan Edwards for the Eagles. Going to go to the line. Again, this division that the Eagles are in is a very, very tough division. Edwards' first shot, rolls around, goes in.
You know, some people may question and wonder why, if you have, okay, we have a timeout from Eastern. At this point, Wellston, coach, can we say rip them a new one? Can we say that on the air? Because those boys, there has to be something to quicken those boys into an urgency to get them activated out on the field. Yeah. No, not the field, the court.
Again, no sense of urgency
BMG
so far.
media laughing their head off over here.
We got to have some senior leadership, and I don't think you're going to be able to, as the old saying goes, you might be able to, but you can't contain him. You might be able to guard him, but you can't contain him, Kyan Irvin. So
one of the things that coaches do is they'll have that 6th man on the, and when everything seems to kind of calm down and they're not in the flow, they'll send that 6th man in there to kind of charge things back up.
Eagles content in staying in the man-to-man defense. Edwards going to the line to finish his second shot. No good. Jackson with a rebound for the Rockets.
Jackson pushing the ball.
Gets it to Briggs out top to Kyan Irvin. Rockets doing a little bit of off-ball things for Irvin to try to get him some open shots, some space.
Looks like they're trying to run a play for Wellston. Still outside the perimeter. No magic going inside.
Bullington against Irvin. Shot up, his scores. Kyan with his 4th point on the night.
Well, I'll tell you what, Eastern, I'm going to give it to them right here, right now. Second quarter, they're playing a great defense.
Bullington with the ball out top. Back out to number 3, Rockhold. Correction. Harmon with the rebound. Great ball handling by Gunner. He passes it back out top to Irvin. Irvin looks at a 3, passes it up. Guarded by Barnett. Rockets trying to isolate and get a mismatch. And skip pass out to Justin Jackson. Number 3 with what we'll call a reach foul. That's Nolan, the sophomore. Josh Jackson taking the ball out of bounds. Turnover Rockets.
Now,
Great
I don't
hustle.
know, Bub, if Wellston has like send a couple guys in and then they try to get a running team in there, if they could do something like that. But it's kind of hard to bring Briggs out, seeing that he's got most of their points right now.
Ball back out top to number 3.
Over the top.
Inside to Briggs. Briggs backs his man down. Going to call travel. 15-13 your score. Rockets trail by 2 with 4 to go here in the second quarter. Kyan Irvin with 4 so far here in the half. Will Briggs with 9 here in the first half so far tonight.
We'll see what Eastern has prepared now for us down here as far as ball movement goes.
Rockets stepping it up defensively out top. Number 11 with the 3 again, no good. Rebound, Eagles. Rockhold had the rebound.
Now, Bub, what I have noticed about Eastern with those freshmen, they're just not really big kids yet, and that's just because they're younger kids. And Wellston has a little bit of an advantage of maybe pushing them around a little bit, but they're not afraid to bring it to Wellston, that's for sure.
They haven't allowed their inexperience to take over in the game.
See that little bump right there?
Number 3, the sophomore, takes it to the rack. Shot, no good. Rebound, Briggs. Turnover, Rockets. Lloyd with the steal. Knocked out of bounds, goes back to the Eagles. 3:15 to go, 16 to go. Here in the first half, 15-13 your score.
I like the way he's playing for Wellston at number 20.
That is Justin Jackson.
Yeah, he's on it on D. He's got a little spark on him. Maybe he's the one that they send in to kind of pep things up a little bit.
Eagles up by 4 with 3:07 to go in the half. Irvin guarded by Barnett. Briggs a mismatch under the basket by Rockhold. Briggs needs to stay under the basket with the mismatch. Great man-to-man defense. Gunnar Harmon shot, no good. Defense by the Eagles. Eagles just running a weave offense out top.
Sending those men down through the lane.
4-3, and he drains it. Trey Hill, the senior, and the Rockets take a timeout with 2:27 to go in the half. 20-13 your score. Eastern Eagles over the Rockets.
Now I'm trying not to be critical of Wellston, but Wellston is not in a good flow. Briggs has basically taken himself out of the game by not staying in down low and playing at low or high post, which is his game. He's got good moves, and he can dribble for a big man, and so he needs to use that to his advantage rather than staying all of Wellston staying outside on that perimeter, and Eastern is keeping them out there.
And
so
again, that has a lot to do with the type of defense and the pressure defense that Coach Kite has instilled in his ball club, and challenged them. You can see it on the court tonight.
Oh, yeah.
You can see the Eagles are challenging the Rockets every trip. Kyan Irvin, with Barnett guarding him, a sophomore guarding him, has really Coach Kite has challenged him to step up his game defensively.
Okay, we got Briggs on the bench. We'll see if Wellston might try to take his last 2.5 minutes and push the ball and get more of a running team in here.
Irvin with the ball. Crossover dribble. Reverse spin. Back out to Josh Jackson. Kicks it out to Harmon on the right wing.
Challenging Harmon.
Irvin for the three. No good. Rebounded. Eagles. 20-13 your score. Shot up. No good. Rebound.
Nice
Harmon.
move though. Harmon played that well.
Irvin, spin move to the basket, guarded. Oh.
They're letting him play.
Wow.
Because you watched him against Briggs, a little pushing, and Jackson a little push. And that's the same boy that fouled him at the first of the game.
Irvin appears to possibly have twisted his ankle on the play. Minute 35 to go here in the half. The Rockets trail 20-13. Kyan Irvin down on the floor for the Rockets at the moment. Appears to be possibly looking at his left knee actually right now. Good sign seeing him setting up here. Now the Rockets will have to substitute a free throw shooter for Irvin. We'll have to check in and see who.
Briggs has got that light touch. He's on the bench.
Well, he has. Well, true. He's on the bench. It has to be a bench player. So, not a good sign for the Rockets as Kyan Irvin exits stage left for the Rockets with some sort of knee injury, and Justin Jackson going to the line to shoot. I'm not sure I don't know. Can't remember if he was still in the game. If Justin was or not.
He was not in the game. He had come out.
Okay.
His brother was in.
So Justin Jackson at the line with 1:35 to go here in the half. First shot is up. It is good. I can see why he's at the line shooting the free throw. His second shot. Rolls around and bounces it in. Cuts it to 5. 1:30 to go here in the first half. Rockets trail by 5 to the Eastern Eagles. Lloyd with the ball. Over to Barnett. Back out to Lloyd. Out to number 10. He's a sophomore. That's Trey Hill. Correction, he's a senior. Back to Bullington. Number 11 looking to score.
Looks like Wellston has got their fast, we can call it that, their fast team in. Maybe a fast break team, maybe a team that's going to be a little bit more aggressive. Now we have Briggs coming back in for some rebounds, and maybe that soft shot he's got on the inside. Hopefully they'll foul him and he can go to the foul line. A soft shot at the foul line also.
Under a minute to go here in the first half. Steal. Nope. Jackson gets it back. Briggs with the ball in the right wing. Out to Gunnar Harmon. He still has his dribble. Yep. Rockets not able to get into a flow here with this man-to-man defense.
I tell you, Bub, and they're not getting into the flow because Eastern is all over them. And I'm not talking about fouling, but they're quick enough to be aggressive and trying to take the ball.
I was very impressed Friday night with Vinton County's defense, man-to-man defense. They've done an outstanding job. Eastern Meigs is playing with that same type of intensity. Briggs with the ball into the basket. Back out to Harmon. Harmon, little shake and bake out top. Josh Jackson to the drive, to the paint. Kicks it out to Martin. Martin drives to the baseline. Going to try to put a shot up. He does.
There it
and
is.
He scores.
Very basic. Good shot.
Down to a three-point game. 9 seconds to go in the half. Hill with the ball. Going to shoot the three. No good. So at the end of the first half, it's the Eastern Eagles over the Golden Rockets by the score of 20-17. We're going to take a break in the action, and we'll pick you back up here at about the 3-minute mark in halftime. We'll be back in just a bit, folks. Welcome back, Wellston Golden Rocket fans, to Wellston Golden Rocket basketball here on BMG Media. Bill Norris and I'm Bub Norris, coming to you live tonight from Wellston High School. Coach Jim Darrow Court. Bill, an interesting development here. Kyan Irvin went down with about a minute and a half to go in the first half. He did not come back out in the second half to warm up with the team. We're about a minute and a half away from opening half action, second half action here this evening.
Well, Bob, I'm not going to say that won't be a bad thing, but for the most part, Eastern kept Irvin from scoring so far the first half. Mm-hmm. And so we had talked about this against Vinton County. Sometimes you're just every man is hitting on all cylinders. Everybody's hitting with their shots. And then other times they're not, and then you usually have a one-man team, one guy that is your main scorer, and now he's gone. So who picks up the pace now?
Well, you're going to have to look at your couple seniors and your juniors. Gunnar Harmon's really going to have to pick up the slack, your senior guard, and then you're going to have to look to Will Briggs. Will Briggs on the night with 9 points so far for the Rockets. He has 9 of the Rockets' 17 points here for them this evening. So Rockets are going to have to really step up their game here in the second half without the presence of Kyan Irvin on the court for the Rockets.
And I'll give it to Eastern. Eastern has stayed in this game, but I'm starting to see a pattern now is that even in the second quarter, they didn't have the three. That kind of went away for a little bit. And so what did they have? They've got the defense. Defense is keeping Eastern in the game right now.
And the starters for the Rockets coming out here in the third quarter is Josh Jackson, Justin Jackson, brothers, Will Briggs, Gunnar Harmon, and Brennan Tabor. So the Rockets, let's see what happens here going into here in the second half. Eagles with the ball. Number 14 with the ball. That's a freshman, Edwards. Back over to another freshman, number 11, and that's Lloyd under heavy pressure. Barnett with the ball, the sophomore for the Eagles. Back over to Lloyd. Great defense by Justin Jackson for the Rockets. Three-point goal up, no good. Rebound, Gunnar Harmon. Harmon's going to have to pick up the load for the Rockets and take it over. Good look, but pass out of bounds. Going to stay Rocket ball. Looks like Kyan Irvin did make his way back out on the bench. He has his knee iced. Not looking good for him to return in this one. Briggs back out top to Justin. Tabin with the ball in the corner.
All right, you're in the paint. You got to do something.
Harmon with the ball out top. Briggs sets a high screen. Harmon taking it to the baseline. Nice play to the basket. What a great play.
Nice play, Gunnar Harmon.
And he's going to have to do that. If the Rockets are going to win this game tonight, Gunnar's going to have to make plays like that the rest of the way in this ballgame.
And Eastern's not playing light. They're doing some pushing too. And I think where Briggs came in is he's got 20, 30 pounds on some of those boys.
Now, again, Rockets not able to convert at the free throw line. Here come the Eagles. Blocked by Harmon.
Gets the rebound also.
Again, Gunnar just really turning up his game here in the second half, which he's going to have to do.
And that may have been a part of the adjustment that Wellston made there at halftime when they win. Coach gets Harmon to the side and says, listen, you got to pick your game up here.
With man-to-man defense, it's a very basic offense you can run. Is just everybody you got to screen away. Pass and screen away. Pass and screen away. And the Rockets not doing a whole lot of that at the moment. Tabin with the ball. Pass to Justin. Looks like, correction, Justin in the corner with the shot. Rebound,
go back
Tabin.
up.
Back up, shot, score. Rockets take their first lead since leading 2-0. Rockets forced to play without their stars so far here this evening in the second half.
Floating layup, and he gets the foul.
This kid's just a freshman, number 14, Ethan Edwards. He has 8 points on the night. Shot in the air, and it's good. Make it 9. Eagles take the lead once again. Near steal. Justin Jackson with the ball out top, guarded by Lloyd, I believe. Nolan, correction. Now the Rockets running the weave offense out top. Pass to Tabor and score.
Nice drive by Gunnar Harmon for the assist for the layup.
Seeing the open man. All tied up at 23.
Now, Eastern is pushing. They're pushing back. So what does Harmon have to do? Push a little harder.
Barnett inside, no good rebound, just
now we've got Jackson. I think we've got some intensity now. And Wellston for another 2.
Rockets regain the lead, 25-23.
We've got some urgency. We've got some intensity going. Things are looking a little bit warm out there on the court.
You're still in football mode, aren't you?
I am. I'm getting ready to reach in my back pocket and throw a flag.
Harmon with the rebound. Out top, behind his back, shake and bake, pass to the paint.
I just about caught myself clapping for Harmon.
He really going to have to continue his style of play right here.
Yeah, he stays low. When he dribbles, he's low, and those guys are hanging tight to him, and he is moving.
Turnover Rockets. 4:45 to go here in the third. Rockets on top by 2, 25-23 your score.
Now what Wellston cannot do.
Number 12 with the score. And that is their senior, Jace Bullington.
What Wellston cannot do is lay off the pressure. They have got to keep the pressure. If that means you have to sub in to give a guy a break, do it. Keep the pressure on Eastern.
4:35 to go here in the third quarter. We're all tied up at 25. Kyan Irvin on the bench for the Rockets, apparent knee injury. He is standing. He has an ice pack on the knee. We'll see if they're going to hold him out the rest of the evening. We're not sure. Right now, some pretty balanced scoring for the Eagles. Number 11 has 8. Number 14 has 6. Number 12 has 6 for the Rockets. Will Briggs still with 9. All right, Rockets will be taking the ball out of bounds with 4:35 to go here in the third quarter.
Now
all tied
Eastern
up at 25.
Eastern's going to have to do something to try to get the momentum back. Right now, both teams are kind of struggling on this intensity level. Eastern had the momentum at the end of the half.
Now Eastern's dropped back into a zone defense out of the timeout. What a great call. Going back to a 1-2-2 zone defense. Rockets a little bit
shaken
by that. They're stretching the Rocket offense out, push them away from the basket. That means that you've got to have somebody at the foul line and stay there, but be able to complete a good bounce pass to the center of the paint.
You do not have to make across-court passes. If you have a couple guys, if they've got that three-man front or a 1-2-2, you can put a couple guys there at the high post and split that.
Gunnar Harmon going off the court with a bloody nose right now.
Yeah, we need that ball handling he offers the team.
Josh Jackson with the ball, going to be fouled by number 14, Ethan Edwards. Edwards with his third foul on the night. He comes out of the game.
And I think Eastern noticed that we just lost Hunter Garman. Gunnar Harmon. That's it. And they're putting some subs in to give their guys some rest because they know we don't have a handler quite as good as he is. So now we're going to have some boys. We got to have a team effort.
3:50 to go in the third quarter. All tied up at 25. Barnett with the ball, guarded by Briggs. Barnett looks at the basket, passes to the senior in the paint. Shot is up, no good. Rebound, well, going to tie it up. Both players going to tie it up there, and possession's going to the Rockets.
For Wellston. Yeah. Yeah, I like how he's playing defense.
Justin Jackson with the ball. Back out top to number 11. He's going to pop a three. Nails it.
And I like that confidence, too.
28-25.
Usually your number 7 man may not be quite as confident as nice pass.
Shot goes up.
The number 7 man may not be quite as confident as your number or your first 5. And he came in and was playing tight defense and then put up the 3.
Interesting.
More subs for Eastern going to come in.
First shot is good. That's the sophomore, Connor Nolan.
I think Eastern's got a running team in there right now. Harmon back in the game. Push it toward the. You got to have a low post down there.
Briggs from the corner for 3. No good. Rebound.
Okay, Eastern 1, Wellston 0 on that offense-defensive exchange. Wellston needs to figure that out.
Shot up. Good.
Wellston needs to call a timeout or do quickly and make an adjustment here. I know the score doesn't indicate that.
2:25 to go in the third. Rockets trail by 1, 29-28. That's a far cry from the 79 they scored the other night, right?
Yeah. Well, they had a few extra minutes to get that in.
Harmon back in the game for the Rockets. And the Eagles are just spreading the Rocket offense out. Harmon for 3, no good. Rebound, Tabron for the Rockets. Pass out to Jackson. He looks at a 3, good, in the air, nails it. 31-29, minute 50 to go in the third. Rockets on top. 3 by the Eagles.
And it's a 3 bank.
The banks are open tonight for the Eagles. Rockhold for 3. Harmon out top. Eagles staying in a 1-3-1 zone defense.
So you've got to split that man up front. You've got to have 2 men up front.
3 from downtown, no good. Rebound, Eagles. Number 1 with the ball. That's Rockhold, the sophomore. Barnett, another sophomore for the Eagles. Back over to a freshman, Lloyd. Lloyd out top, guarded by Briggs. Takes him to the rack, shot, score. And he's going to the line to shoot the old-fashioned 3.
Now, folks, if you're watching from home, that's about the 3rd or 4th layup in the lane that Eastern has accomplished so far in this third quarter in the last minute or 2. Wellston put a fresh man in for Briggs.
Lloyd at the line. Free throw is good. Tell you what, Coach Kite's freshmen are not playing like freshmen tonight. He has 11. Harmon out top, passes off to Josh Jackson. Rockets trail by 4, 35-31 your score, 51 seconds to go in the third. Again, if you've just joined us, Kyan Irvin out, went down at about the 1:30 mark of the second quarter with a knee injury, and he has not returned here in the second half. And watching him walk on the sidelines, it doesn't appear that he's going to return. Harmon out top. See, the defense for the Eagles has pushed the Rockets offense.
Up. I'm sorry, folks. I'm cheering for Wellston. We might be announcing, but I got my blue and gold sweatshirt on.
Doing a little coaching from the mezzanine.
Well, what I'm seeing is Eastern has a 1-2-2 defense. You've got to split that first man up there by getting 2 offensive men, and then again either having 1 high post or even 2 high posts, and gradually work that ball into that high post, sucking that defender back down inside, and Wellston is out around the perimeter once again.
Free throws still plaguing the Rockets tonight. Harmon's second shot, no good. Rockets going to get the ball back as it was tapped out of bounds by the Eagles. Justin Jackson for 3. Nails it. Rockets back within 1 with 20 seconds to go in the third.
Doing the good old pick and roll out front and another layup.
Taborn with the rebound for the Rockets. With all the youth on the floor from both teams, this is like a glorified JV game here this evening. Jackson for 3, no good. Rebound Eagles. That's going to do it for 3 quarters here so far tonight.
All right, folks, this may not be a barn burner that we had the other night, but, boy, I tell you what, 34-35 is about as close as you get. You got the Eastern Eagles with their young team, and, boy, they are playing intense all across the court. Wellston struggling a little bit, not able quite to get in a flow, but still playing with some intensity.
Playing with great intensity, Wellston, again, the fourth quarter, it's going to be interesting to see if we make some adjustments, as Eastern has been playing tenacious man-to-man defense all night
and
long.
Wellston's got to bring their defense up a little bit, because Eastern is all they're doing is running give-and-go plays, setting the pick, rolling, passing it in for layups. And Wellston has got to that cannot happen. They cannot get those shots in the lane like that.
Eight minutes on the clock as we get ready to get fourth quarter action underway. Rockets trail by 1, 35-34 is your score.
I'd like to see Harmon pick his game up a little bit here.
Now you have Taborn, Justin Jackson, Josh Jackson, Gunnar Harmon, and Will Briggs for the Rockets. For the Eagles, number 14, the freshman, Ethan Edwards, with the ball. Passes it down to the senior. He gets fouled on the shot. He's going to have 2 shots. That's going to send number 12, Jace Bullington, to the line. Get a nice crowd on hand here tonight for the Rockets. Bullington's first shot is up, and it is good. Make it a 2-point game, 36-34. Again, Kyan Irvin is now in the locker room, getting some work done on the knee. Second shot is good by Bullington. Make it a 3-point game, 34-37. Briggs looks at a 3, drives the baseline, does a reverse spin. Skip pass across the court. Harmon with the ball. Josh Jackson looks at a 3, shot no good. Textbook box out drill right there for the Eagles. Barnett just boxed out, I believe it was Will Briggs or whoever it was for the Rockets on the baseline. And textbook box out drill. 7:20 to go here in the ball game. Rockets trailing by 3. Barnett with the ball for the Eagles. Drives the paint against Briggs. Shoots a runner. No good. Rebound Gunnar Harmon. Trying to get up the left side. Gets it across half court. Eagles back to a man-to-man defense. Correction, they're back in that 1-3-1 defense. That 1-3-1 zone trap. Rockets, again, just not able to get any movement necessary to get things going. Rockets trail by 3 with 6:49 to go. Eagles come in here tonight with a 2-10 record. Rockets at 6-6. Lloyd passes out to number 11, back out to Barnett out top. Back out to Bullington. Bullington guarded by Tabor. Bullington looking inside to Barnett. Barnett, little size mismatch. Reverse shot, spin, good.
Well, Bub, I'll tell you right now, those are the things that I'm wanting Wellston to do. They push, get the ball in just a little bit, drop it off inside.
34-39. Harmon with a 3. Gunnar Harmon. Back to a 2-point game. 6:05 to go. Lloyd with the ball. Back out top to Barnett. Lloyd, the left-hander, shot, rolls around, no good. Rebound, Harmon.
Good box out by Harmon. Kept his man out of the way.
5:45 to go. Rockets trail by 2. Guarded by number 3. Again, the Harmon for 3, no good. Again, the Eagles' defense is just able to push the Rockets out away from the basket and not able to get any offense established. Runner to the paint, shot good.
And one of the things that if you're not self-aware on offense, you won't notice that they're pushing you outside. You're thinking that you're just getting to shoot 3-pointers. That's where they want you.
Edwards, the freshman, for the score for the Eagles the last trip. Again, you notice, fans, how the defense Coach Kite is running is push the Rocket offense away from the basket.
How long
inside.
How long has it been since we've mentioned Briggs' name? Okay, and they finally get it inside
Briggs,
to him.
Back out to Tabor. Harmon back out top to Jackson. Jackson back over to Harmon. We have a timeout on the court with 4:50 to go in the ball game. 41-37 your score. We have a 4-point game here tonight, folks. This appears it is going all the way to the wire. If you've just joined us, you'll notice that the senior guard for the Rockets, Kyan Irvin, is not on the floor and has not been this entire half. Went down with a knee injury with about the 1:30 mark or so in the first half and hasn't been back out since.
And if for no other reason, you need his leadership, his ability to come out and at least make something happen, even if he's not scoring, pushing the ball inside and having things happen because he's pushing the ball inside.
Irvin has made his way back out on the court, but it does not appear that he'll make it into the game the way he's limping on the sidelines. $4:50 to go in this one. Rockets trail by 4. Tabin with the ball inbounds, gets it back out to Josh Jackson.
Going to man. Eastern went to man.
Out of the timeout, great coaching move by Coach Kite. He switched it up, came out man to man. Harmon's right to the basket.
Which is what Harmon likes.
Mm-hmm. Still some fouls to give. Looks like the Eagles now have just committed their 6th foul. One more that puts the Rockets on the line. The Rockets have 4 fouls on the night. Ball going to be taken out on the side. Into Briggs. Briggs across to Tabor. Tabor power dribble shot. He's going to be fouled.
You figure Wellston's probably below that 50% mark on these foul shots tonight?
Tabor into the line to shoot 2. Looking to draw the Rockets closer. His first shot, no good. Second shot. Rolls around and it goes. Make it a 3-point game. 4:33
Wellston in
to
a
go.
full court, man-to-man.
Coach Foudy changing it up a bit for the Rockets. Travel is the call. 3-point game. 41-38, 4:19
Nice
to
play,
go.
though. He may have traveled, but he had that soft bank shot up there for 2.
Let's say this, folks. Next year, in the next 2 to 3 years, I'm not sure that I would want to play Eastern Megs because these kids have played lights out for freshmen and sophomores tonight. And they've given the Rockets all that they want. 41-38 to score. Rockets trail. Harmon with the ball on the left wing. Passes inside to Will Briggs to turn it over. Three-point goal by the Eagles. That's going to be a tough one. Number 3, the sophomore Nolan on the 3 for the Eagles, 44-38. Make it a 6-point game. Jackson drive to the basket, shot no good, goes out of bounds. Rockets are going to maintain possession on that.
Now, there can be no downtime for Wellston right now. There can be no let's pass the ball around a little bit. You get one pass, you make a play, you cut, and you score.
Josh Jackson with the ball out of bounds, looking to get it inbounds.
Rockets, it'll be a full timeout.
44-38 your score. Rockets trail with 3:34 to go here in this one, Bill.
Now,
Again,
what's Wellston talking now in this timeout? What are you telling your kids?
Well, you have to be able to work the ball deeper in on offense. You have
Which
to get
is
it
what
close
we
to the
have
basket.
said this whole
Yeah.
half.
You have to be able to work it. The defense of the Eagles has been able to push the Rockets away from the basket. If you're a coach, defensively, that's exactly what you've accomplished tonight against the Rockets. So we have to have a guy at the post, the foul line, and we also have to have a guy at the low post. And those guys can interchange and move. You just don't stand there. You interchange and move so you can make bounce passes into the paint. And then your backside guys can dash and flash and do those types of things. That's the type of movement that you got to get against this 1-3-1 zone defense. Right now, let's give credit where credit's due. The Eagles have done a great job of maintaining and sustaining that defense against the Rockets.
And not that I'll give it up for the Rockets for defense. They're playing with a lot of intensity. They picked that up. The first half they were kind of flat a little bit, and they've at least picked that up as far as playing defense now.
Well, we're finding out now, Bill, without the presence of Kyan Irvin on the floor, what kind of team you actually have. Now Will Briggs, a nice bounce pass to the inside. Will Briggs able to score 2, and he's going to go to the line to shoot the old-fashioned 3. Rockets cut it to 4. 44-40 your score. 3:34 to go in this one. Will Briggs to the line to finish the old-fashioned 3. It's in the air. He scores. Good. And we have a sub. Back to a 3-point ball game with 3:34 to go.
It's like we got a running team in there now. We had the one boy that did a lot of their rebounding. He's out.
Eastern able to get the ball inbounds. Get it back over to the point guard, the freshman Ethan Edwards for Eastern Megs. Again, the Rockets really need to. It's time to turn up the intensity on defense.
Yeah, Eastern's hanging out front purposefully.
Watch how the Megs or Eastern Megs ball team is moving in the rotation. Everybody on the floor is moving, and that opens up the paint for that type of shot right there. Although he missed a layup. Justin Jackson dribbles the ball, loose ball on the court. Officials going to give the Rockets had possession of the ball on the court. Now let's look at that. Let's look at that from an official standpoint. All right.
Yeah.
Anytime the ball is loose on the floor, you cannot call a timeout and give. So Wellston had the ball, okay, in the front court. He did not have possession of the ball when the Rockets called timeout, and the timeout was still granted. Okay. As an official, you have to be able to make sure that ball is possessed, that the Rockets have that ball in possession. Rockets catch a break on that, and we're granted the timeout. And that's what Coach Kite was upset about. He didn't have possession of the ball when he called timeout. Coach Kite aware of that rule. And the Rockets catch a break there and were granted the timeout on the sideline. So anytime that ball's loose on the floor, you just can't call a timeout. You have to possess it. Overall, the officiating crew for this evening, just outstanding job. These guys have done a great job.
They've let the boys play basketball. There's been a couple little rough plays, but for the most part, that's on both sides.
Yeah, that's going to happen. I don't care what official it is. You're not going to get every call right. Again, we spoke about if you get 92 or 93% of your calls right on the night, you've had a pretty good night. These guys have done that.
Yeah, they've had a good night.
I'm sure they've missed a couple both ways. That happens. Back in action here, Rockets trailing 44-41 with 2:58 to go.
And as we mentioned earlier, we cannot hesitate. We have to have a play, and we have to go and get it in there. There, shoot it. He should have shot it in the paint.
Briggs for three, no good. Rebound, Eastern Mags. Bullington with the ball.
Eastern will move the ball around until they get a layup.
Now watch how the Eagles move on offense. Everybody's moving. Nobody's standing still.
They're moving circular. They're moving around. And eventually they'll lull Wellston to sleep, and someone will make a cut for a layup.
Opens up the paint.
And there it is right there.
And he drew the foul. Excuse me. Oh, wow. Well, Rockets catch another break there because I thought he was in the act of shooting on that play, and they're going to direct it to the baseline. So we'll take it. $2:15 to go in the ball game. Rockets trail by 3. Bill, Rockets really haven't. They've had a couple leads, but they didn't last long against the Eastern Mags Eagles tonight.
We've had bright spots throughout the game. Briggs came on strong there in the first half, not quite so much the second half. As you mentioned, Irvin has been pulled out of the game for the knee injury. Wellston has kind of just they've gotten the points, three-pointers kept in the game. But as we mentioned earlier, Eastern has kept Wellston out, so that's all that's been available to Wellston.
Rockets really going down the stretch are really going to need to convert at the free throw line. I know that's been a thorn in their flesh last couple ball games. And tonight we just haven't seen the same type of intensity that we saw against the Vikings there on Friday night. And maybe that's a little bit of a letdown for play.
That comes with your old hometown rivalries.
2:15 to go. We're ready to get action back here. Edwards with the ball. Inside to Barnett. Tapped out of bounds by Martin for the Rockets. 2:14 to go. Rockets trailing by 3. 44-41 your score. Inbounds to Lloyd. Back out
and right
top.
Back into their circular motions.
To Nolan, yep. And the Rockets fouling. They have another foul to give. Trying to stop the clock. 2:01 to go, trailing by 3.
Well, there they did. They lulled Wellston to sleep, and a man goes right in, dumps off for the layup.
Again, Eastern Mags back in man-to-man defense and has pushed the Rockets out. Not much movement going, and a score by Justin Jackson.
Wellston seems to be just hanging on. If you were watching a cliffhanger, Wellston would be hanging off the cliff. We've got to do something in this last minute and a half to push it over the edge and get ahead here.
Field goal, no good. Rebound, Eagles.
One of those things might be making our free throws.
We have to make free throws.
Yeah, I saw that one.
Yeah, that's a good foul. That's the foul you have to commit.
Right.
To force the action. Now you got to force Eastern Eagles to make free throws at the line. We were at the other end. We converted a few, but missed one. Now you got to make your opponent try to do the same thing with 1:27 to go, trailing by 3, 46-43 your score. First shot is up and is good. That is the freshman Ethan Edwards. He has 8 on the night. Missed the free throw. Briggs with the rebound. Justin Jackson with the ball for the Rockets. 1:20 to go.
You got to move.
You got to really put Gunnar Harmon out on top with the ball.
What I would really like to see is that Gunnar, Harmon, Briggs connection. Get a little 2 or 3 man pass going through here. You're not going to beat the zone by dribbling around.
You got to have. I would have Garmin out top running the offense for the Rockets. Again, don't let him out of the corner. Now we're going to put the Eagles back to the line. The 1:13 to go with a 4-point game. First shot is up, and it is good. Ethan Edwards with the free throw. 9 points on the night. Second shot, no good. Rebound, Taborn for the Rockets. Rockets have got to push it up the court. Does not have to be a 3. Let's pass the ball around, fellas. Move, need to move.
You got to shoot. You have to shoot.
Harmon with the ball out top, 50 seconds to go. Rockets trailing by 5. Josh Jackson looks at a 3, shot in the air. Nails it! Cuts it to 2. .37 seconds to go here, Bill. 46-48 your score. Rockets trailing by 2 now.
That's probably the best thing that could happen right there. Even if this boy hits one,
you have to foul him, put him on the line.
Right. You get the ball back so that you can have another scoring opportunity.
First shot is up. He's on the last 3 trips to the line for this young man. He's made the front end of the one-on-ones and missed the last 2. Let's see if he's able to convert here. Puts the Eagles back up by 3. Missed the second one again.
Move the ball. Do not stop. Push it.
Again, I'm not sure why we don't have the ball in the hands of Gunnar Harmon and have him out on top running your offense for you. 24 seconds to go. 3-point game.
Okay, you got to shoot it. You have to shoot it. You have to shoot it.
Briggs to the basket. Passes
you
back
have
out
to
to Jackson.
Shoot it.
Harmon for 3. Nope. No good. Rebound, Eastern.
Wellston lost probably 15 to 20 seconds on that last interchange because they could not or would not. They were looking for the 3 when they had a 10-footer they could have taken. We've got to do better than that.
4 seconds left on the clock. 49-46 your score. Young man backed again for the 4th straight trip to the line with 1-on-1. He's going to shoot 2 on this one. That would be Lloyd. His first one, no good. Second one in the air. It's good. Make it a 4-point game. We have a timeout on the court, Bill, here at 4 seconds to go. Rockets have got to push it up here. They're really well.
There's got to be some either coaching from the sideline. I don't know any other. You have to yell.
Well, if I'm Coach Kite, I'll take my boys to half court and make them stand there and let the Rockets score and let the clock run out.
Yeah.
Rockets are out of timeouts, so we cannot stop the clock, and the clock will just run itself out. So if you just tell your boys to go to the foul line and stand there and don't move, just go stand there and don't move. Rockets can shoot a three or whatever, and the game's going to be over.
Right, and then you got because you don't even have to get it back in bounds.
I would just go tell them to stand over in the corner and let Wellston score and let the clock run out and be done with it.
Under no circumstances do you even put your hands close to anybody.
And as I was just sitting here watching, guys, I could actually see Coach Kite just stand back, let him shoot.
Yep. And they're just going to stand there. Their hands are behind their backs. And they'll let Wellston score and let the clock run out because we're out of timeouts. This is going to be a tough pill to swallow for the Rockets tonight after the huge victory against the Vikings the other night. And then to lose to the Eastern Eagles, it'll be tough. Coach Fowdy will have to get the troops going together again. Shot, three-point goal is up, no good. And it's going to score at the goal. The Rockets are going to
end the game 48-50.
End the game at a score of 48-50. So, again, the Rockets are going to have to regroup after that huge victory over the Vikings the other night. They fall to the Eastern Eagles tonight with a 2-8 record. Now the Eastern Eagles, 2-10 record. Eastern Eagles now go to 3-10 on the year. Rockets now go to 6-7 on the season. Join us back here next Monday evening right here as the Lady Rockets will be back in action here next Monday night. So the Rockets have some regrouping to do here for the varsity boys and girls team. We want to thank everybody for joining us tonight. We hope you've enjoyed this contest this evening for the Golden Rockets and for BMG Media. We say good night, God bless, and God bless America, everybody.